Hello and welcome viewers, I am Pia and you're watching NewsX World. Let's take a look at the top headlines this hour. US President Donald Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu are set to meet at the White House today as a new ceasefire plan is in the works. The Trump administration has drafted a 21-point proposal for ending the war, which includes the disarmament of Hamas, establishing an international security force, and a development roadmap to rebuild Gaza. It also leaves the door open for a Palestinian state. At least 4 people have lost their lives in a fresh Russian drone strike in Ukraine. While Ukrainian air defenses thwarted most drones, residences, factories and energy sites suffered damage. Meanwhile, Zelensky has urged the international community to cut off Russia's energy revenues. Israeli warplanes have carried out airstrikes in southern Lebanon, targeting areas in Nabatea, including Midane Plain and Kafar Roman. An Israeli drone also struck a house in Homin al-Fawqa. However, no casualties have been reported. Moldova's ruling pro-EU party has won the parliamentary elections with support from over half of the voters. The results are nearly complete. The election, seen as crucial for the country's EU integration path, was held amid allegations of Russian interference, including cyber attacks and disinformation. However, officials say that the voting procedure remains secure. Britain is considering tougher rules for migrants seeking permanent residence. Interior Minister Shabana Mahmood has stated that applicants may need to prove their value to society by paying taxes, having a clean criminal record, speaking English, and participating in community service. Protesters took to the streets in Paris, Mexico and Brazil on International Safe Abortion Day, demanding access to safe and legal abortions. Activists called for rights to be guaranteed, with marches highlighting the need for healthcare, safety and equality in reproductive choices worldwide. A man has crashed his vehicle into a church in Michigan and opened fire with an assault rifle, setting the building ablaze and killing at least 4 and injuring 8 others. The alleged suspect died in a shootout with the police. The FBI is leading the investigation and has termed this an act of targeted violence. A 5.4 magnitude earthquake shook northwestern Turkey, centered in Simaf, Kutha province. People fled their homes as tremors were felt in Istanbul, which is located about 100 kilometers away from the epicenter. However, no casualties have been reported, but the quake was followed by a 4.0 magnitude aftershock.